All right, before we move on, let's just hit this right off the top. It's breaking. Hunter Biden finds himself in more hot water. Ooh. You know about Burisma, and you know about the fact that he did the crack and was banging hookers and his brother's widow. But there's some new developments because of a Senate report. I think Fox News is the only one to have covered it. Hold on, let's go to CNN really quickly before we have So they are not covering it. I've watched them all morning. I haven't seen them cover Hunter Biden. Right. Doesn't mean they haven't, but I've watched at least 2 hours of CNN. Fox News covered it. Let me show you what they covered.
The Senate Homeland Security and Finance Committee finding the Obama administration knew Hunter's position on the board in 2014 was problematic and, quote, ignored the glaring warning signs.
What is Joe Biden doing?
The committee also obtaining records from the Treasury Department showing, quote, potential criminal activity in transactions with Hunter and his associates with Ukrainian, Russian, Kazakh, and Chinese nationals. Joe Biden's campaign calling the probe a, quote, exploit to bail out Donald Trump's re-election campaign.
Yeah, I think Joe Biden is doing like the Katie Holmes, the kind of half smile.
The coy half smile.
I was like Tom Cruise's face, man.
Yeah. Let me do it again. I can do better.
A little bit of Drew Barrymore. That's stealing your taxes. So what do we know that's new? What's new do we have from the Senate report? Well, we know about Burisma, and he was obviously sitting there making six figures monthly, not yearly, actually, because I know a lot of you think of the salaries annualized. Sure. But he got $3.5 million. I want to make sure I have this right from the Senate report. From the wife of the former mayor of Moscow. Had ties
Russian ties,
and Chinese ties too.
Yeah. Was he banging her too?
No, but he did allegedly use some of that money, not only for prostitutes, Hunter Biden. It takes a special sack of human to do what he did. It wasn't only prostitutes, it was, from what we know, this is from the Senate report, people who were victims of a sex trafficking ring. So Hunter Biden was the guy behind the glass and Taken 2. Was it Taken 2 or 3 where they're bidding?
I think it was 2.
I will bid on Girl from Lost. Liam Neeson, my GPS says is only 4 blocks away. I will bid on Girl from Lost and cannot see how this situation goes wrong.
Give the girl to man with teeth.
How awful, Hunter Biden.
That is pretty
How is this not being covered anywhere? This guy, his dad is running for president, and his dad effectively got him the job.
They're saying it's a political hit piece, though. It's okay. You can just sweep it under the rug.
It's a political hit piece for Donald Trump to bring up the fact that I used my power to get my son into a 7-figure contract with a company that he had no business working with, as well as using the former mayor wife's $3.5 million to buy sex slave. You know what? I am so tired. The media keeps focusing on the wrong thing. No one cares about real news anymore. It's all about the Kardashians and Miley Cyrus and the vice president's son buying sex slaves.
I mean, come on.
What's this country coming to?
I thought one of the interesting things was it wasn't just that Republicans had been saying it and that folks had been suspecting that this was a big problem, because we already know about Burisma generally.
Right.
But it was that Obama officials not only knew, because we know they knew, but that they knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
That's part of what's kind of part of the report that's not getting a lot of attention, and it really is only starting being covered really in the last kind of 30 to 60 minutes. You're starting to see a few articles come out, but CNN still is there any way for us to like not mention
and let's be clear, this is from a Senate report, so this is not something that's being argued.
Right.
It's just how unethical is it? That's really the argument right now. It's it's really it probably wasn't illegal. And how do you feel about the son of a sitting vice president buying from, let me get this right, make sure I have a quote, from buying sex slaves from an Eastern European trafficking ring? How do you feel about it?
Eastern European is better.
European, you know what? You can tell he has a type. Like he's not going for the voluptuous, cover of Stuff magazine. He likes that sort of like Bulgarian anorexic look.
Is it the tears that he wants? I think
probably.
That's what it is. It's unwilling.
Tears of a taxpayer, tears of sex slaves. It's just Hunter Biden.
I thought it was tears of a widow.
Yeah, that too, as well.
Man. No,
he probably
been there,
think
done
about
that.
this. This is a guy who probably role-played with his brother's widow that she was an illegally sex-trafficked slave.
An Eastern European.
Yeah, that's what's required for him. Like, it's not like there's an Eddie Murphy or a Hugh Grant, who just showed up and like, I'm lonely. Like, come on, the guy used money from the former mayor, and we're talking about Russian interference?
Yeah.
$10,000 on 3,000 ads? What? guy used money from Russia for sex slaves.
Come on.
Right, and if the left is really concerned about ties to Russia and ties to China and things that they have
was tying up
no,
Russian women.
Exactly. He was going further than that. Yeah,
if they really are Russian knot.
If they really are concerned about that, they should be just as concerned with his ties.
Yeah,
right, and Joe Biden's son's ties, because they've done everything they can to get rid of Donald Trump Jr., to get rid of Jared Kushner and all of their ties. And
which
all that's
I think
terrible.
is fair. They're fair game because they're public figures,
right? But so is Hunter.
Biden.
Exactly. That's my point. And
when you start getting $3 million for sex slaves, I think you're a valid target.
yeah, absolutely. Bill, you made a great point. John Kerry, I think, under oath, said that he had no idea what was going on, and they have documents now that prove that he was briefed on it the day after he was appointed to Burisma's board.
Yeah, well, his head's a trapezoid, so I buy it.
that is the part. That is the part that does raise the questions, and it does support what the president has been saying about the level of corruption and the involvement. Again, not just in the Obama administration. Again, I'm not saying that Obama was there and was like, all right, is he on the board? All right, great, excellent. No, but that officials knew that it was wrong, and without a question, Joe Biden has not come out with an explanation.
Right.
And now it's clear that he can't. So I am very excited.
Whether he wanted to or not now.
That's not unique.
No,
that's
it's
not unique. He can never come up with an explanation.
Sure.
He can't tell you how his shoelaces are tied. Did they do the rabbit ears or did they do the around the world? I pooped.
But this is why the timing. So there's we're starting to see some of these articles that are coming out, Washington Post, et cetera, that are saying, well, this is clearly tied to smearing Joe Biden ahead of the debates. But I will tell you what it really is it gives less room for Joe Biden to equivocate on what was known or not known, what he knew or we didn't know. They're starting to box him in even further about how bad the situation was, which is actually what the American people need to know. Yep. They need to be able to not let Joe equivocate on this. They need to hear the vice president go out there and say, yeah, I'm just going to play dumb still. No, I am dumb. It's not playing.
Yeah.
Right. Sir,
we have method acting.
Yeah, we have video of you saying you told him to get rid of the prosecutor. Can we go to the video? You bragged about this to the world.
He's the simple Jack of politics.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.